You're listening to the UK Christian Hip Hop Podcast on Kingdom Culture.
What's going on? Welcome to episode who knows what, but you can see in the comments below, in the title, because I've lost. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do spotlight for 2020. Things we're looking forward to. Things that we'd like to see, artists to watch, kind of like collabs to see and whatnot. And we're just gonna go like a round table, kind of like jumbled, random. Who goes first? Who knows? But the first one up is artist to watch. And let's go for roll of the dice for Cass. Artist to watch. Who's your artist to watch, Cass? 2020.
2020. Artiste. A few Goons for God. That's definitely my one.
Why do you choose them?
More for their ministry as well. Because from what I've seen from when we the time when we interviewed them until now, I've seen the growth and the fact that they're I think they're starting to sort of make their but they've always they've got their spot where they are, and they are unique. And I just like the way that they just involve so much people with what they do. They seem quite inclusive in what they do. They don't seem like they exclude people. So they always look like they're wanting to, bring people around them. So that's why I see that. It's more their music and their ministry as well. It's because they're reaching out to so many young people. And that's why I say they're the ones to watch. Because it's not music. I would say ultimately, we're doing music unto God. So, it's got to have an impact. And for me, that's what their music does. It does have an impact. They speak so much truth in their music as well. So, you could let any of you, regardless what age you are, to me, depends. I mean, if you're an older person, you do like drill music, then, even young people, to me, they hear stuff in there that, you just won't be, you just don't know. Well, for me, I just don't need to turn it down in front of my young children. So that's what I like.
Calvin, who's your one to watch?
That was a good debate.
I did go in there, didn't I?
That was a good debate.
I think, honestly, I'm just excited about what... It's weird because I come roundabout in a funny way. I genuinely believe that Kanye West, I don't want him to release another album, but he's talking about another album. So he's going to be the one to watch. Like, how can you not watch? Like, no matter where you are on this Kanye West thing, like, is he really a believer? Like, or what you think about his music? It's literally the nucleus in the music industry. And so, like, I'm just curious as to what everyone's doing right now. Because at the end of the day, Jesus King came out, everyone was talking about it. That influences you to do something different in the studio next time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you look at the top end of the year, you'll be like, okay, this year I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? We even got rappers laughing at other rappers saying that, the first 10 years, people were talking about not being Christian. I'm just a Christian that happens to rap. And now everyone's rushing in to say that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I mean, I'm hearing this argument from from those who claimed they actually said that as well. Like, I'm like, wow, okay, so you guys are willing to have this conversation now, and you moved away from Christian music, shunned Rapzilla, shunned everything, moved away from the epicenter, so to speak, and now you're kind of like chiming into the conversation, and so I'm looking at kind of surveying how everyone's reacting to it, and that's what I'm excited about, because I think a good thing could happen from it.
Yeah.
Personally,
I think that's it's a tough one, but I can see why you said that, and like I definitely respect that. Like that, yeah. That's a very good reason. That's a very good reason.
Yeah. So I suppose he is new to PHH, isn't he? So
I go back to a few episodes back when we discussed the Kanye West thing, and I feel like I'm still in that place. I'm like, like, you just Kanye West, bro. I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. I'm just like, yo, fam, like you're doing your thing, innit? Like,
But don't you? I have this thing where I
We
just.
go into this thing, though.
Are we going to go into it too much there? But
No, but Cass, you didn't even have a part in that podcast.
Yeah, I didn't. That's the thing.
What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the whole Kanye West thing?
Well, for me, it's like, I'm the type of person, how I see it, and how is this that if it's not of God, God will take it down. That's how I see it. I just say leave it to God. I don't even stress about it. Leave it to God, because if it's not of God, God will take it down. And he's done that even recently with certain things that we're seeing happening in, churches and everything.
But I struggle with that though, Cass. You're saying like if it's not of God, God will take it down. But then what about all the if you look at SPAC Nation, for how long SPAC Nation went on for, you're now seeing this crazy stuff happening. Like we can see from the evidence that's coming out that it doesn't seem like it was for God, because there's a lot of people that's being damaged in the process of this thing. Again, a conversation for another day. But it lasted for such a long time. Like, I get it, but if we go on that premise that if it's of God, if it's for it, he'll take it down, then what about like a bunch of other artists that may be not for God and they still around?
But that's the thing. That's the thing. It's eventually, like I said, I think because I've seen this happen so much times in within music, within life in general, people that proclaim to be Christians and they're so like that or whatever they're doing, and then they try to use the gospel for their own personal gain. I've not seen it prosper. That's why I don't worry about it, because I've never seen it. Even if it took 10 years, the point is it's still not going to prosper.
Well, Benny Hinn came out and apologized, saying
that exactly. There you go.
But he's a millionaire.
Yeah, but still, the point is, it still came out, didn't it? So it's what
I heard that. No, I heard that.
That's how I see it. Is that and I just really hope that Kanye is genuine. I really pray he is. That's the thing. That's for me. I want him to be, and I hope he does continue to, stay on that path. Because at the end of the day, because there's a lot of us who may be worse, doing more worse things than Kanye West. Remember, he's in the public eye. We're not like him. So, if you imagine putting the camera on yourself every day, walking around, would you then say that you're better or worse than Kanye? So that's how I see it, because a lot of people have a lot of talk, and he's this, he's that, or whatever. But my thing is, okay, put a camera on you all day, every day for the next month or two, and let us see what your life's like. That's how I see it. I'm just, I think I've just come to a point where I realize, I don't judge in it, only as only God could judge me. So, which is true. We just got to leave it to God. At the end of the day, there's a lot of souls that have been saved. Regardless, there's still a lot of souls that have been saved, and they're not necessarily going to his church or the church he goes to, or they're going to a church.
He still doesn't go to church, but
I mean, for a church, they're going to church. Some people have gone to Christ because of that. So that to me is again, hopefully the churches that those people have gone to, they'll then get ministered to and discipled well, and then they'll continue to be a light to the world as well. So there has been some positivity coming out of it.
You can't deny the fruit in it. But you're right. Whether if the fruit remains is another thing. But
it's a shame I did miss that podcast. I would have liked to have.
We didn't chop that up. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. My artist to watch is D Witness for 2020. I think he's been on a steady rise, and it's one thing about in Kingdom Culture I look for is consistency. How consistent is this artist? Not just like I'm going to drop a single then disappear for 2 years, but he's been steady dropping music. He's been writing. He's been diligent at what he's been doing. And when you listen to his music, it may not be jumpy or get on up and that thing, but when you listen to his music, there's a maturity in his sound that comes from a experience. It's not like secondhand knowledge. This is first-hand knowledge. His experiences, whether he's in prison, on the roads. I think he still rolls with some of the friends he used to, man. Do you know what I mean? And still living that life, being salt and light in his environment. And I really respect that. You said about Goons for God, how, they have a ministry where they live it out. And I feel like D Witness is one of those real artists that lives it out. It's not like a stage. He's like, no, I live this. And I really like I stick to the script, his album, I think that we've done really well in terms of like when it dropped. Again, it's what I'm really liking about UK Christian hip hop is not. I don't think there's artists that are the same, and that's what I really like. And there's a lot of artists out there. You can't really put two in the same pool and say, yeah, these guys are exactly the same. You know, everybody has a distinct sound. You know, maybe again, Goons for God and Hope Dealers have a very similar sound. And I think that's what Calvin said earlier about, you know, the fact that the genre is still in the young, embryotic stage. So, you know, the sound is similar. But with rap and how it's grown over the past, however many, 30, 40 years, you now see that in UK CHH, there's a much more distinct sound between each artist. And you've seen people have grown and developed in their own identity. So I'll put D Witness in there as definitely one to watch. I think he really is, he's going to be a mover and shaker if the steps and the moves he makes is right. I think in mainstream, again, mover and shaker. He's got an underground sound that sounds mainstream. Okay, cool. Let's go on to producer to watch for 2020.
I'll go in this one.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
I think it's Collabs, purely because of what we were talking about earlier. Not only is he's doing all the today sounds and doing it at a high level. You see what I mean? And what I really like is that I think it's very, very hard for Christian brothers to be in the situation that he's in. He's got like a very, very good crew. You know, and obviously they're writers, they're rappers, right? And they do things at a high level, and they keep getting better. Like there's no regression, and it's not samey. Like everything that these guys release in their camp there's a maturity, there's a grace, and there's a poise that's professional, and that's great to see with young guys. I'm 40, man, so everyone's younger than me. So I see these young guys, and I'm excited about the future. You know what I mean? When you have people like these guys there, that means that I believe in the butterfly effect when it comes to creativity. So if you have these guys as good exemplary examples, exemplary individuals, then what you have is that will spur more creativity of similar ilk. You see what I mean? And so, you know, I would have said GP, but GP grinds the hits that we always hear. Like it's always good, and it's consistent. I would hate to say that he's plateauing, because it's not like he's doing anything different. You know, I think Collabs is doing that, and that's why I feel that he's the producer to watch right now, because of the talent pool that he's surrounded in. And I just hope that he is better known for it, because he can keep doing what he's doing, because I think it's going to be exciting going forward.
Yeah, that's a good selection. That's a good selection. Yeah. Cass, what you saying?
It would have been the same as Calvin's.
Yeah.
Collabs as well.
You know what? I would like, you know, much more producers to find out about much more Christian like producers, especially in the UK, like, you know, because there must be a lot of them out there, because there's a lot of artists out there making music. So I know some get it from deep sites and different things like that, but if you are listening to this, like, you know, producer, like, you know, like, make some noise, man. You know what I mean? Like, we want to find out who you are, know who you are, put you on, like, whatever it is. But yeah, man, come like show yourself in the community, because we love to hear what your thoughts are on, you know, loads of different issues and whatnot. But yeah,
actually, I got to say this: I guess the Christian music economy is weak, and so that's why you don't know many Christian producers, because they're more likely to sell music on leasing sites and stuff and just lease their beats. You see what I mean? Or they just happen to rap, and so they're producing their own music. You see what I mean? Because at least it's going out there. And so it's very, very hard to sit there and wait for someone to pay a partial money. And the like I said, the transactions are very small. The contracts, there's not many professional contracts in Christian music. Just there's not enough managers. There's hardly any labels. Any label is actually owned by the artist, and so it's just a vehicle for them to sort of publish and push themselves out. So the economy is still very, very weak, you know, and that's the reason why we don't know many people. And so yeah, we have to be patient with that. But there are out there, and I'm pretty sure that they're selling beats to, you know, we just don't know them, because they're probably selling beats to making more secular music. You know,
I heard that. I heard that. So my producer to watch for 2020 is K Billions, and K Billions done a lot of work on I don't know if you know Like Mike's, D Witness, and I think a few of those Zion Nation heads. And I really like his production. You know, when I first heard it, I was like, I'm not sure, but it's quirky, it's different, it's out of the box, it's not what you're usually going to hear. Again, I think he does lend a bit to the kind of trap auto-tune sound where it lends the vocals to that even more. That track you heard, Cass, with D
Yeah,
Witness,
Deep Witness.
yeah, doing his, yeah, it was K Billions on that, featuring and producer as well. So again, I don't believe in the stretch of the imagination they've reached the zenith of their craft. I think they're learning and developing, but for what it is at this moment, I think it's really, really good what they do. And I want to make have a shout out to that as well, man. K Billions, like, keep pushing, keep doing your thing, man. I think like one to watch, man. I think there's more to come from him. I saw a lot last year, but in different like snapshots of his SoundCloud and whatnot. And this year, I mean, he was a big producer behind D Witness's Stick to the Script. I mean, more to it,
And there's
man.
not many people like him doing that. So you know, that's a big look. You know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
For sure, for sure. Okay, let's go on UK collab to see. Cass.
Oh, UK,
Okay.
just UK collab to see.
Yeah, UK collab to see.
D Witness and Governor B.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Do you not feel like they have opposite vibes?
Yeah, but I just want to see that because you know, Governor B can slow it down, and can be, you know, quite in depth, and you know, so with D Witness. So, I want to see. I would like to see how that would kind of, you know, kind of go actually, because I do like D Witness's sound and Governor B as well, and I think that could work without any auto tune.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Would you rather see D Witness go up or to like a faster tempo, or would you like to see
I would like
Governor
I would
B?
like to see Governor B come down, and because when he does come down, I think he does really sound good. I mean, he got Cast Your Cares. I mean that song. So
Yeah. And King of My Heart, that's another
yeah,
one as well. Yeah. That's good, man. That's good. Shall I go?
yeah.
My one, it's a mad one, but I like to see UK club to see. I like to see Tanique and Elijah.
Oh,
I think
Elijah Tishbite. Is it Tishbite?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think he dropped the Tish back now. I think it's just
Oh, it's just
Elijah.
Elijah now. Okay.
Yeah, I like to see them too. I just think they just raw. Like, they just got a rawness that's in their character. Like Elijah, when he like Mad Ting, Banner, he's like a few other ones that have come out, and he's just raw. It's like
Yeah. So
Elijah,
he done. Okay, you know what? He done something on the drill a bit different, but anyway.
I think Elijah has already kind of like not. I'm not discrediting anybody who does like the kind of like first stage kind of drill sound that we was having a discussion about earlier. I'm not putting you down in any way. I just think Elijah has found a way to tune the craft a bit more. Because when you listen to it, you go, yeah, it's drill, but you're like, but he doesn't spit in that template of he kind of like messes about with it. So he's had a bit more rap to it. And I just loved his raw. He just like, yo, like, again, he likes to go on the spiritual warfare thing too, which I don't mind, because it's, you know, it says we're wrestling against flesh and blood and whatnot. So yeah, I get that. But I feel like I think he's closer to being able to go, right, let me twist this around to actually speak about something differently. Because of the way he has fine-tuned his lyrical delivery on the beat. He can create different moods and melodies, because like he'll go up like instead of dun 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 dun. But yeah, Elijah, Raw, Tanique, again, big fan of her. I'm hoping that she's gonna come out with some new stuff. 2017 is the last time she dropped something, and I believe that Tanique's, again, raw, so much left in the tank. I know she's had a baby and that. Congratulations as always. But man, she's like, again, Calvin said it in a few, I don't know what episode it is. It's like she's only getting started. And I feel like, yeah, if those two came up, they'll make something mad. No pun intended.
That's pretty good.
Calvin,
All right.
he said.
So So me, I've switched up again. Literally just
Yourself
now.
again.
I
Just
think,
typing.
yeah, you heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to press mute. So I went A star. Actually, I wrote it down. Why am I
Where's
trying
it go?
Yeah, this is more like a flirtation of ideas. I want to hear, and this is like cross genre as well. All right, all UK. So I want to hear A Star, Governor B, Chris Ambassador, and Volney Morgan and New Ye.
Oh, so
Hype
you want some? You want to like you want something like
almost rhythm and praise
My
meet.
Kingdom Come. You know that with
Yeah,
A Star.
yeah.
What's the name? And yeah, you want something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dwayne Tribe.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
That's
Yeah.
I kind of want something driving, something exciting, something that just makes people just chill. Because I think all those guys would just jump on stage and go crazy, and I think everybody will enjoy that. And I don't know, just a
Yeah,
That's a good
flirtation
one.
of ideas.
I like that idea. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. You're
could
right.
work.
It's cross genre, isn't it? It's a power move, isn't it?
Yeah, it really. I think that's going to be as a big state, big venue act. You know,
Could happen.
Yeah, A Star jumping on one side, Chris Ambassador jumping in, the whole of New Year, Volney Morgan doing his thing, and then Governor. I think that would light up any stage personally.
Woof.
That's what I would like.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Cass, did you choose already?
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, I chose.
Oh yeah, you chose. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, and to our final one, US UK collab to see for 2020. What we'd like to see, not necessarily it's going to happen, but again, as Calvin says, walk on the moment. We're just having a good one. So, Calvin, would you like to go first?
Pretty much similar to energy and on stage. Lecrae is incredible. Actually, scratch it. Change my mind. Literally on the spot. I want to see KB and Governor B.
KB and Governor B.
Yeah.
I
want to see that.
I was thinking they was going to do something when he came down to his show last year, but they
that didn't happen. Well, year before last, actually.
I want to see that.
That would be mad.
I want to see that because I feel that I don't think there's much more for Governor B to do in the UK. And I feel that KB is in a very similar situation. Not quite, not 100%, but there's nothing much more he can do. You know what I mean? I feel that these guys need to go to the next thing, which is international collaborations, which can fill stadiums in both areas. You know what I mean?
But KB's music is like ministry, and more like and Governor B and him, the Governor B,
the collaboration in that regard. In that regard, you're right. It's not the first thing you think about. However, I don't think this is like, pardon the expression, R. Kelly and Jay-Z. It's not like best of both worlds kind of thing. But it is a collaboration that will take it to a different, because KB does do a lot of spiritual things, but I think he can do things that are not like so deep all the time. You know what I mean? Like he can do tracks that can just move people. And Governor B is in that business of just motivating people and encouraging people and just edifying those, He doesn't have to go preachy. And I feel that could be an interesting middle ground.
Yeah. And especially imagine the energy and connection, especially if they work together on a few.
Especially live, man.
Yeah. No, it's very true. Very good. I like that. I want to. Cass, what you?
I initially did say.
I like that, man.
Yeah. But I initially did say something similar before, and then I've changed it as well. I was gonna say with AI, the Anomaly and Tanique.
Woo!
Yeah.
Come on, I say.
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Yeah,
what?
That one.
I'll be sick.
Yes.
I worry for AI, really.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, because Tanique has. Remember the UK. Remember I told you the UK swag is so strong.
Yeah.
It's hard for somebody who is, I wouldn't say limited, but they sound solid in their world. to go outside that now. You know what I mean? Tunique can go into her world, but can she go into her
To
world?
her word.
You know what I mean?
Ooh,
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say now?
Yeah.
Good point. Good
Yeah.
point. But like, do you not think like? Do you think that like the lyricism? I'm talking about the, you know, that
Yeah.
AI is. I think she's. I feel like she was first a poet before she was a rapper. If you know what I mean. It just the way she
Because
strings
she is
together.
like, she does do poetry. It does sound like poetry.
Yeah. Do you feel like that will be a tick box? Because again, there's a lot of people in the UK. They don't really like just blur music. They want like, yo, give me quality bars, like, you know, and I'll hear what you're saying, you know, like we would appreciate that too, especially with the language and the literature of a country. Like we're quite literate in terms of our expression of words. So do you not think they would appreciate that alongside Tunique?
Yeah, they will. But if it's almost, she would be the feature as opposed to a collaboration.
Oh,
see what I'm saying?
Calvin, rah. Goodness
Going
me.
deep on it. I
wish this podcast. I wish this was the podcast. I could talk about this for quite some time. That's some good points you made there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, I'd love to hear. I'd love to see Tunique do like a feature album that features some like tough albums. Can you imagine if she did something with Chris Ambassador, then something with A-Star? She couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. She can.
She done a track with A-Star called Flesh in it, and
yeah.
toe to toe. I was gonna say to you, do you feel like if like who do you think would give Tunique a match? Like you say, ooh. I'm talking about energy, lyricism, wordsmithery. I'm just gonna throw that in there, and I was even say production, like on all those fronts, because she's banging on all of those. So who do you think would match her in terms of like, or probably like give her a good like potential knockout? Like she could give someone a potential knockout. Who would be an even match?
What do you think, Cass?
Well,
I don't know. That's a good question. Put it this way, I'll be worried if I was her manager. No, her manager. Yeah. Somebody else's manager.
The other person's manager.
I'll do it.
Oh.
Almost like she's like a battle rapper, innit? She's got that kind of just grit. And it's not fake. It's not like she's trying to put it on. Do you know how you see a lot of these like I'm sorry to send for some of them, but the US female rappers, and they got this kind of like, I've got to pretend to be like this, but you know, I'm my mom with 3 kids, kind of like, no, like you're not really like that, you know. You're not, you know. I feel like this is who you are. I remember she got a song called Level Up, and she talks about how she used to jump out of a car, I'm like road raging that, and just be like up in
Actually, there is one person.
I'm like, yo, what are you
gonna say? She's a US artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name? From New York. Because she can sing too.
What, not Angie Rose, is it?
Angie Rose.
Angie Rose.
Yeah.
She has the versatility.
Yeah.
She can do,
Christine,
EDM, she can do anything.
Yeah.
And that will be exciting because I think that will expand Tunique.
Yeah.
They can both
that one,
and they both can like little sing a little whatever. You know what I mean? I actually think that's it.
Yeah. No, that one, yeah.
I agree with that one.
We should A&I, what? A&R. A&R, you know, what I say A&I? A&R.
Okay, all right, interesting. This is good. Okay, cool. I'm gonna throw my one in there so we can wrap this one up.
So these record labels are gonna be listening to us now because we're giving them some good juice right here.
I'm hoping the artists are thinking, you know what? Why don't I just like extend the like say, yo, what's good? Like, let's do something, because I feel like, man, the collab scene is. Like, do you know what's amazing? Our collab scene is at its infancy in its new era of like, you know, like Christian hip hop. We're in its infancy. Like, there's so many connections that can be made. I mean, just transatlantic connections are just. Wow. Have you seen Bizzle and Zonti have just dropped a new a single together? I mean, like that's that. What? Yep. Go check it.
I wouldn't have predicted that. So that's good. I appreciate Bizzle for doing that. You know, actually, so my mind is still on Angie Rose and Tunique.
Yeah, even you're saying that as well. I'm thinking about it as well.
I swear down, we should.
Though.
Would you? Huh?
Can you imagine if Cummins did the production? Because he can go left, right, up, down, like.
I swear down, we should just drop a message in it, like.
You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Cool. All right. Let me say my one and tell what you think about this one. Okay. My US UK collab to see would be Dating. Pause for
Ooh.
effect. No joking.
Yeah.
Dating and A-Star.
Oh.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think that would
Okay.
be
Yeah.
that would
Yeah.
be like I really impressed what I would say. I
They-
really appreciate Dating. Dating is I don't like I think in terms of like how he puts string together sentences and words and the rhyming structures and patterns is I think it's pretty genius, man. I listened to like, you know, his stuff all the way from I forgot, was it the mixtape one where he's got the tape deck on the front of his album. I forgot what it's called. From that one all the way through to
Yeah.
Raw and then over to his other stuff. And I'm just like, yo, bruv, you have fun with this. Every verse is like, yo, he said it in the interviews, like everything's gonna be a challenge for me. I want it to be a challenge. Like, you know, I wanna find out how can I work with this rhyming structure, like what can I do here? And again, I don't think there's a lot of artists out there that challenge themselves in terms of like, well, how can I push myself on this track? Last track I did that. Normally people will find that, yo, here's my rhythm, here's my flow, here's my comfortable spot. Now let me just master it and stay there. I feel like he's got this kind of evolving type mindset where he keeps on challenging himself album after album, track after track. And A-Star, I can't wait for his album to drop, Born and Raised.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for it. I'm anticipating. I'm glad he didn't drop it this year because a lot of people dropped their stuff
Yeah.
this year.
I think it
I know
might have got
Governor's
swallowed.
got one coming up in 2020, I believe. I can't. Don't quote me to that, but I've seen him talk about a few things. And you know, Melvin has dropped something last year. A few other people as well. So I'm looking forward to see this drop and really see what it's about. But I think a feature like that, I mean, that would just throw like I think people in the US who like follow Dating will think, who is this guy? And I think
Yeah.
split reverse. Because I don't think there's a many like US artists that are doing it like Dating. I'm talking about both sides. Like in terms of maybe I'm ignorant by me saying that, but I you know, because I listen to a lot of US secular artists underground, but I think, bro, that would be a sick collab, man. Them two on the beat.
Oh
Hey.
man, you give me so many ideas.
So who do you think?
Imagine one of them line for line ones they did.
Oh yeah.
Just,
That's the thing.
He
Yeah.
can spit fast. That's the thing. I'm not like he's got the ability to do that. I know he's
funny
that.
you say that because
Cannon, you know, Cannon can go fast like that.
Last point, I'll say, and a UK ground beat. I was Dating on a UK ground beat.
Wow.
You literally took my idea.
Bang.
Yeah.
My idea. You literally took my idea. You literally took my idea because I was like, what if though? What if Melvin went to grime, Dating, Melvin and Dating? That's scary good, bro.
Man. If only.
That's the thing. Come on, man. Whoever's listening, if you're not listening, come on.
Oh, I want to
Get
hear
some of
everybody
this.
else's ideas, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, me too. Like, what are you thinking? You know, you listen to the podcast, you might not be seeing us visually, but what are you thinking? Who would be like out of the people we've thrown out there? Who think would be work well together? Who haven't we thrown into the mix? You know, we want to hear what your thoughts are, what you're thinking on that. It's the end of the show. It's the end of this one, Spotlight. I think we really enjoyed that one. That was good.
Yeah.
Looking to the future, you know, like we did last year, and you know, hopefully this year will be good. Again, please subscribe.
Sorry to interrupt. Here's one question that we should ask. 2020. What can we expect from the UK Christian music scene? Because we talked about A-Star, Governor B. Who else is due? I think Double O is coming with something.
Triple O.
Triple O. So I always say Double O.
Double O. You're thinking of James Bond. He's got a new movie.
Can't wait to see that movie.
Triple O's got something at his sleeve. He's been posting on social media.
And I know he denied it. He said, "Nah, I'm not going to release anything." And then he come up. I was like, "Dude, you told me that you're going to release nothing." He goes, "Nah, I kind of been influenced by some people." There's going to be so much. 2020, there's going to be so much music. So much music.
Charles, you look like you need a cat right now to sit there and start stroking. You need a cat there now.
Normally my cat sits here, innit? He likes to sit right at the desk. What's it, the Godfather thing, innit?
Yeah, you look like you need that right.
Yeah, bad impression, but yeah, go on. You're right. Like what I think that would be a great question. I think that's a great discussion to have as well about what do you expect from UK Christian hip hop. You know, whether it encompasses drill, trap, house, not house. Let's say house.
House.
Drill, trap, rap, you know, grime, whatever it is that comes under that kind of like rap art form, kind of like delivery or whatever.
Or it could be a question for the audience, and then we bring that question into the next podcast. What could you expect, or what do you expect from the UK CHH scene? What are you excited about? What do you want to hear? Is there anyone that that you want to hear from or expect? Anyone that you've been impressed with coming into this year? Yeah, we want to hear all those questions. Like, actually, you get the chance to kind of dictate what we're going to say in the next podcast. I'll be interested to see what the audience think and expect.
Yeah.
Likewise. Cool. All right. Let's wrap it up there, and then tune in next time to see what we'll be discussing and talking about. But until then, subscribe, do all of that, to make sure you're staying up to tune with all the latest on Kingdom Culture. Go to kcmix.com for all the latest on the UK Christian hip hop. Check out DJ Cashew's show on Ruach Radio on Mondays, 7 to 8 GMT. That's Greenwich Mean Time. So if you're EST, you won't get it on time. Make sure you check that thing. And make sure you check out Calvin Tonecrafters and all that's going on at the Food Audio. It's been a great year. I'm looking forward to another great year by God's grace. And we pray that God's grace and blessing will be for all who will listen to this podcast. Much love, blessings, and peace. Big.
You're listening to the UK Christian Hip Hop Podcast on Kingdom Culture.